Hello and welcome to the final phase of online engagement for the Reimagine Oliver Wellness Project. We've been working hard over the last 18 months, talking to the members of the community, the stakeholders, as well as subject matter experts on park and recreation design to come up with a long-term vision for recreation in Oliver. We're excited to share some of our ideas with you, and we need your help to help us validate what we've heard, as well as prioritize some of the great ideas that have come up as part of this project. If you have any questions for the project managers, you could reach us at isdresearch@edmonton.ca. The challenge that we were faced with is the fact that Oliver is one of the oldest residential communities in Edmonton. It's also one of the most dense, and the population is expected to double in 40 years. While that growth is really exciting, we recognize that the community faces continuing pressures of balancing urban development with the provision of spaces and places that allow the residents to recreate and enjoy the natural environment as part of their parks, green spaces, and other areas. Our approach to developing this long-term vision has relied on a number of pillars. First, we conducted a current state analysis. We looked at the demographics, we did a neighborhood network assessment to figure out what are we working with, what's available to Oliver, what are the opportunities. Then we looked outside and did our research on best practices and innovation in urban park space. We've done a jurisdictional scan, we've looked at some great literature, different reports, and spoke to a number of experts who gave us the cutting edge research and practices in park design. We then worked with the community as part of our needs assessment. You may remember the pop-up boards that appeared in all the major parks last summer, or the community survey that we sent out in the fall. Then we had a big online presence where you could pin your ideas on an Oliver map. So all of that has given us multiple ideas that are part of our needs assessment in terms of what is needed for recreation in Oliver. And finally, we're very aware of the policy context that we're working with. So we've made a map of all the existing strategies, plans, and policies to make sure that our long-term vision aligns with the great work that's already going on. And all of these four pieces form the strategic direction of this long-term vision that we are proposing for the Oliver neighborhood. Like I said, we've got a lot of ideas. We've had 347 survey responses, closer to 100 people have signed up for our email address, and we've had almost 1,000 web visits to the project page. As a result, we've seen almost 400 different ideas on how we could improve recreation in Oliver. We've also looked at some of the best practice, and so we want our long-term vision to align with these best practices and these great ways of building great parks. So we're looking at multi-generational design ideas, we're looking at ideas that maximize the space, and we're looking for ideas that are multi-seasonal. This aligns nicely with a lot of the things that we've actually heard from you in the community. There are four main themes that have come up from the community engagement so far. The first is the need for a community hub. Having a place that was free of charge where residents can gather, recreate, all of these things were very important to the residents of Oliver. Another key theme was versatility. Folks were looking for spaces and places that were multi-purpose, multi-generational, and could be used across all seasons. Another big piece was connectivity and community access. And finally, we've also heard that people want to see a vibrant and functional design. They want to see cutting-edge practices. They want to see designs that combine multiple purposes and are welcoming to multiple activities and uses. All of these key themes actually aligned quite nicely with the guiding principles from Breathe. Some of its key direction for us is that we should improve awareness of open space opportunities and their appropriate use. We should ensure that the green network is safe, accessible, and inclusive. We should make open spaces vibrant, sustainable, and functional to support community identity and their needs. And we have to improve collaborative open space planning among city stakeholders, community partners, and other jurisdictions. So we've been careful to follow these guiding principles in our own work. On the backdrop is the very important GBA Plus lens, Gender-Based Analysis Plus. This means that when we're designing our spaces or looking at ideas, we want to make sure that these ideas are inclusive to all. 3 pieces build the proposed vision as a result of the themes that we've heard. The first is that indoor hub, a building that is a multifunctional community space that supports physical and social recreation. Then we take the vision outdoors and we think about vibrant, multi-purpose, programmable, partnership-based outdoor amenities throughout the community. And we always want to make sure that they're connected. Having pedestrian and bike-friendly community with networked wayfinding is a big part of the proposed vision. Like I said, we've gathered almost 400 different ideas, and now we need your help to prioritize what those ideas look like. On this webpage, there are a number of surveys and activities for you to be able to leave your feedback. What gaps or opportunities have we missed? What do you think about the vision? How would you prioritize the ideas that have come back from the needs assessment? And which opportunities are you most excited about? We're very excited to be sharing this vision with you, and the engagement will remain open for at least 2 weeks to ensure everyone has a chance to contribute. We appreciate your time filling out our survey, and we would be thankful if you could share it with a neighbor or a friend who enjoys Oliver as much as you do. Thank you so much, and we're excited for your final feedback.